12 things you should do every day. Smart ways to deal with toxic people. Stoic philosophy intro. Calm, purposeful music fades in. Have you ever found yourself drained after interacting with certain people? That feeling of emotional exhaustion isn't just in your head. Cut to person looking tired after a conversation. Today, I'm sharing 12 powerful strategies from Stoic philosophy that can transform how you deal with difficult people in your life. Whether it's that critical family member, the energy-draining colleague, or anyone who seems to thrive on drama and negativity. Graphic: 12 smart ways to deal with toxic people. These aren't just temporary fixes. These are life-changing practices the ancient Stoics used to maintain inner peace, regardless of external chaos. Ready to reclaim your mental space? Visual: person taking a deep breath before responding. The first and perhaps most powerful tool is simply pausing before you react. Epictetus said, "Make it your goal to control the impulse to respond immediately." When someone says something triggering, count to 10. Feel that surge of emotion, acknowledge it, but don't act on it immediately. This simple pause creates distance between stimulus and response, where your freedom lies. It's in this space that you choose your reaction rather than being controlled by it. I've practiced this with a particularly challenging coworker, and it's remarkable how often my response changes when I give myself those few precious seconds. Strategy number 2. Remember, it's not about you. Visual: water off a duck's back. When you are offended at any man's fault, turn to yourself and study your own failings. These words from Marcus Aurelius remind us that toxic behavior says more about the person displaying it than about you. Their criticism, judgment, or negativity stems from their own inner struggles, pain, insecurity, or unfulfilled needs. Practicing this perspective shift transforms interactions from personal attacks into opportunities for compassion. The person lashing out is suffering in their own way. Does this excuse their behavior? Absolutely not. But it helps you stop absorbing their negativity as personal truth. Strategy number 3. Set clear boundaries. Visual: person drawing a line in sand. The Stoics valued proper boundaries even before psychology had a name for them. Seneca advised treating relationships like valuable possessions, protect them with care, but know when something isn't worth keeping. Boundaries aren't walls. They're guidelines for how you allow others to treat you. They might sound like, period. I'm happy to discuss this when voices aren't raised. I need to end conversations that include personal attacks. I can listen for support, but not for hour-long complaint sessions. Remember, boundaries aren't about controlling others. They're about clarifying what you will and won't participate in. Strategy number 4. Focus on what you control. Visual: circle of influence, Charnot concern diagram. Some things are within our power, while others are not. This fundamental Stoic principle from Epictetus is transformative when dealing with difficult people. You control your responses, your boundaries, your interpretation of events, the time you choose to invest. You don't control other people's behavior, their opinions, their level of self-awareness, their willingness to change. By focusing exclusively on your circle of control, you reclaim your power and stop the futile effort of trying to change others. Strategy number 5. Practice empathetic detachment. Visual: person observing interaction from balcony. Marcus Aurelius suggested viewing challenging interactions as if watching from above, seeing the full picture without being caught in the emotional current. This isn't about becoming cold or uncaring. Rather, it's maintaining emotional connection while detaching from the drama. Think of it as compassionate observation. Ask yourself, what might be happening for this person to behave this way? This question shifts you from reactivity to curiosity. Strategy number 6. Use strategic disengagement. Visual: person calmly walking away from heated situation. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Marcus Aurelius's words remind us that sometimes the wisest response is no response at all. Strategic disengagement isn't about avoiding conflict. It's about choosing battles wisely. Not every provocation deserves your energy. This might look like a period. Physically removing yourself from toxic environments, changing the subject, limiting time spent with consistently difficult people, taking social fasts from draining relationships. Remember, disengagement is self-care, not surrender. Strategy number 7, prepare in advance. Visual person mentally rehearsing before meeting. Rehearse them in your mind. Difficult conversations, people who try your patience. Seneca advised mental rehearsal before challenging interactions. Before engaging with someone consistently difficult. 1. Visualize potential triggers. 2. Plan your responses. 3. Set your intention for the interaction. 4. Remind yourself of your values. This preparation creates emotional resilience, like a mental armor that helps you stay centered regardless of what unfolds. Strategy 8. Practice radical acceptance. Visual, person nodding with serene expression. Don't seek for events to happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do happen, and your life will go smoothly. Epictetus's words capture the essence of radical acceptance. Some people in your life may never change. The difficult family member, the challenging colleague, the drama-prone friend fighting against this reality creates suffering. Acceptance doesn't mean approval. It means acknowledging what is, which paradoxically gives you more power to respond effectively rather than react emotionally. Strategy number 9, find the lesson. Visual, person writing insights in journal. Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that difficult interactions can be our greatest teachers. Ask yourself, what is this person or situation revealing about my own triggers? What strength am I developing through this challenge? What would the wisest version of myself learn here? By viewing toxic people as unwitting teachers, you transform irritation into insight. Strategy number 10, practice self. Compassion, visual, person practicing self-care. The Stoics emphasized virtue, including justice toward oneself. In modern terms, this translates to self-compassion. Dealing with toxic people can leave residual feelings of hurt, doubt, or anger. Treat these feelings with kindness rather than judgment. Remind yourself, period, it's normal to feel affected by difficult interactions. I'm doing my best with challenging circumstances. My worth isn't determined by others' opinions. This internal kindness creates resilience against external negativity. Strategy number 11, expand your perspective. Visual, zooming out from Earth to space. You are a little soul carrying around a corpse. Epictetus's stark reminder helps us zoom out from immediate conflicts to see the bigger picture. When caught in toxic dynamics, expand your perspective. Will this matter in 5 years? How important is this in the grand scheme of life? What truly matters in this situation? This cosmic viewpoint doesn't invalidate your feelings, it puts them in proper proportion. Strategy number 12, choose your community wisely. Visual, person among supportive friends. The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. This insight from Epictetus may be the most important of all. While we can't always choose every person in our lives, we can often choose how much time and energy we invest in different relationships. Surround yourself with people who respect boundaries, communicate honestly, support your growth, bring out your best qualities. The company you keep shapes who you become. Choose wisely.